Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience, where we discuss ways where we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. Hi, I'm Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience, and was just about to walk into one of my favorite restaurants, Prime Cut Cafe. I always like to take clients and prospective clients here because I always have a great experience, not just with the food, but also with the service and overall atmosphere. It's one of the best places I've found to take clients to lunch. But it reminded me of a session that I recently did for a large group. It was actually a chamber where we discussed the experience in one of the exercises that I put forth for them to do. Let's watch.
I'm shy. So my friend Rick here, he's in the, he teaches young adults, elementary school students, middle school students, jazz. I mean, these students have to have at least a semester of playing an instrument. What he does creates an environment for them to, a very calm environment for these kids to learn jazz, to build self-confidence and so forth. That's what he does.
That's definitely a success story. What was there anything that you were able to gain from your partner that you might actually be able to implement in your business? Or was it an idea, or was it just inspirational, or did you just pretend to listen?
No, there's your chuckle. No, it was actually inspiring because, you know, for me, I work with kids also in a different realm. And I believe when you touch the lives of these kids to empower them to build self-confidence, I think that's a great place because that's the future of our country, right? And the chamber as well. So I believe that was inspiring for me.
I believe the children are our future.
Teach
them well and let them lead the way.
Yeah.
Sounds like a song. All right, let's give them a hand. All right, one more. Does anybody else feel compelled to share? Vince.
Good afternoon, everybody. This lovely woman here to my left is Adlita. She's with Co-America Bank. If you haven't had an opportunity to meet with her personally, you'd understand that her main focus of her company and her personal mission is that of relationship building and trust. She wants to go out and be face-to-face in the community, and that's their brand, is to have people know and like them, but trust them through building a relationship, not an 800 number. So those of you who have been on voicemail hell, or have called someone, had an 800 number and not got the experience you want to go have someone hold your hand, hear you, talk to you. That's what they do at Co-America Bank. And she teaches her clients, she teaches her associates the same thing, to have that desire to want to have that same relationship so that people want to keep coming back to the bank. And therefore that's why they're growing, and they're not a Wells Fargo or B of A by choice.
Very nice. Keeping customers coming back. What a great idea. Before you give the mic back, what was possibly the one thing that you were either inspired by or learned that you might be able to implement into your business from Adalito?
We were on the same level of building those relationships. Mine was more through SEO when it wasn't face-to-face, but it was getting the Yelp reviews and getting the employees and my other associates to buy in to want to have that 5-star rating versus 4 or 3. And that makes all the difference. It's the little things like, stand up please and use the mic versus stand up. Mark, the Leo. The little things count in relationships, and that's important.
Perfect. Give them a hand.
So what can we learn from my attendees at this session? Well, 3 things in particular. Usually I say 2 things, but 3 things in this case. One, much like the teacher that teaches music in the proper environment, we need to have the proper environment to either learn or to transact business or what have you. If we have an environment that isn't conducive to that, for instance, a number of years ago I went to a credit union that seemed like it was in shambles. Great people that could certainly help you, but the whole branch looked like it was an old dilapidated VFW hall. I have nothing against VFW halls, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want to do my banking business there. So you need to have the right environment for your brand. Number two, which is all about this show, it's all about the experience. What Vince said about Adelita from Comerica Bank was spot on. And Vince is coming from another business, a business completely non-financially related. But he understands the experience that Comerica does provide to him. And he also even realizes how Adelita, as a leader of that particular branch, creates an experience for her associates, as he said, and carries on that experience, that unique way of doing business banking that is a positive experience for their clients. And last, which we don't talk enough about on this show, is learn from other businesses, not just other businesses in your industry, but other businesses in other industries. I think that there is a lot that can be learned by looking at things differently. So, for instance, Vince runs a small business that cleans up commercial spaces, and he was able to adapt some of the things that he learned from Comerica. I think that there's some things that we might be able to learn from the musician that makes sure that kids learn in the right environment. And I do that all the time because I think it's important. If I'm working with a banking institution, many times I'll challenge them to think like an entertainment company and bring in examples from restaurants and hair salons and so forth. You know, if I'm working with a restaurant, I might talk about an amusement park or another type of business to just give them different examples and to get my clients and attendees an opportunity to really think differently and to apply something that they might not have applied in their particular business that can help them brand the experience at a high level. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and here's hoping that your business is branding the experience at a very high level. Take care.